Oh, you got some.
Stand up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, right here in Sabora Lake Lodge, Mr. John Little.
First of all, let me say I am so thankful for you to allow me to do this roast and for the honorarium of $500 which you have graciously. In addition, I will accept additional. It's like a check, you know, an extra 15% is fine. I'll be watching you. I would suggest $50 a person. That's up to you. You can roast each person, then I'm going to give you some good stuff. And I go like this: it's good stuff, and you don't laugh at the good stuff. You just listen and be edified. Okay? Regarding heckling, look. Take it easy. I spent a lot of time on this, but when I'm finished talking about you, you can say what you want, and anybody can roast me afterwards. Is that fair?
Fair enough, all right.
Fair enough. I can go with
We're
that.
going to start first with Edom.
Oh, okay.
First of all, when you think of Edom, what word comes to mind? First of all, for me, alcohol. How much alcohol? They have a 2,400 square foot house in Lakeside, of which they use 300 square foot for living, and the rest stores alcohol.
It's a write-off.
Yeah, it's
He's
a
not
write-off.
wrong.
How much alcohol does he have? Bevmo buys from him. He's a very bright guy. He recently scored 4.0 on the alcohol sobriety test. He done graduated from the University of Barstow. He was in the top 1/10 of the lower third of his class. He was an English major. We said, why do you want to be an English major? He says, because the University of Barstow has one of the goodest English departments in the world.
That's right. Makes us gooder.
He married Kim, and to marry Kim, he had to call up Tom. And he called up Tom and said, I just want to tell you I love your daughter. I think we'd be perfect, and I want to marry her, and I'd like to ask for your permission. And Tom goes, I am so happy you have my permission. By the way, who is this? Good stuff about Edom. He's taking over as the leader, and he's doing everything, making sure everybody has what they need. Music, beer, minnows, everything. Non-stop, energetic guy, and generous, and he sets the tone. Give it up for Edom.
Thank you, Mr. Little.
Then we move over to Kim.
Uh-oh.
Kim asked me not to say anything about her or embarrass her, and I want to honor that. So I'm going to limit my talk to 5 minutes. 4 minutes. Kim is a woman of few words. Give me, buy me, I want. Recently, her credit card was stolen, but Edom has not reported it because the guy that stole it is buying less than she was. That's enough for you. The good on Kim. Come on. Her grace, beauty, and wit are a bright light. Yet she's still one of the guys and a phenomenal fisher person. She laughs at everybody's jokes, even if they're not funny. So I just say to you, you the man. Justin. We are buddies. Give it up. So it pains me to have to slice him up. I asked Gene his thoughts, and with compassion and concern, he said, take him down. It's been said after spending some time with Justin that the elevator does not go all the way to the top. And the cable is broken, my friend. I guess you just got the shaft, didn't you? Know what I'm saying? With all due respect,
I love this.
sir, you're a gentleman.
Well, thank you, sir.
He went to school at Army Navy Academy, seriously. And was he athletic? Absolutely. On the football team, he was a drawback. Coach one day threw him the football and said, hey, Justin, can you pass this? He looked and said, Coach, I don't even know if I can swallow it. He got a letter in baseball and it said, turn in your equipment. After college, he had several jobs. He was, one summer, he was a proofreader for M&M's. Think of that. The second thing, he was a door-to-door demonstrator for Preparation H. Now, you got to be about our age to know about Preparation H. The good stuff about this guy is he loves his kids. He's bragging about his kids. He's telling everybody about what his kid did. He is. The good stuff. True blue friend, and he doesn't snore, and he's next to me. He is quick, he is funny, he has a great smile, he's congenial, and I spend more time with him than anybody here because this guy is a fun guy.
Absolutely. Bring it in. Absolutely. Yay!
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Alex Shinegross. Alex should get a pin for his fluorescent yellow bib and orange jacket. It has attracted hundreds of fish. They thought it was a large cheese puff. He's retired and on a budget. So this is his budget. He spends $400 a month on food, $1,200 for his mortgage, utilities $350, and pot $6,700. Graduated from the University of Pittsburgh. He was a math major there, and he said, why? We said, why did you become a math major? He says, because in Pittsburgh at that time, he felt bad for the high school students. He said 80% of them were deficient in math, and the other 40% were not that much better. He's also anxious, and he learned recently that most accidents happen within 5 miles of your home. So we moved. Thank you. Kim, you all keep it up. He's concerned with the state of our country.
Keep it up.
As everybody is, he's concerned with the condition of our country. And I asked him, what do you think is the worst thing facing us today? Is it ignorance or apathy? And he said, I don't know, and I don't care. The good on this guy, this is the big man on campus with his 40-inch and 44-inch bass pins.
Absolutely.
Triple crown.
Triple crown. A guy that did not want to come up here, a guy that hasn't fished before. Give it up for Alex.
Now I get to say what I want. You've lost your edge. You used to be much more. You're being so nice today.
By the way,
Nice to him.
I had a couple more good things to say. I'm going to skip on to Bob B. So Bob B. Bob Bornoff right here. Now, seriously, Bob and I love Jesus. We follow Jesus, although we may not have followed him as closely up here as we have before. And they say, what is the denomination that he is involved in? He's a Presbyterian. And they believe that when you die, your soul goes on the roof and you can't get it down. Before that, he was in a cult. It was an airport religion. They believe that when you die, your soul goes to heaven, but your luggage goes on to Atlanta. Now, he's not a talker. Bob is not a talker until about the fourth scotch. And then Katie barred the door, and fully 20% of what you say after that is comprehensible. The good stuff on him. I've known him for 30 years. We went to the same church. We were elders there. We were on Santa Fe Christian Board for like 9 years. We each have 3 daughters. The oldest one is an attorney for both of us. 2 of them went to UCLA. And we've officed together for 13 years. One word about Bob, if you don't know him, he is a servant. He is on boards. He mentors men. He and even Gene had about 50 people from Cal Western to come in and act as interns over the last 30 years. It's helped a lot of people in their practice. And if you don't know that, he has a prison ministry in San Diego at Donovan Prison. The hardest part, the hardest yard, where people are convicted murderers, and he goes in there every week and deals with them. Proud to call you my friend.
It's amazing.
Happy Bob. Happy Bob. Happy Bob.
Mr.
HB.
Sagan.
HB.
Happy Bob, Surly Bob, goodbye Bob. You can't decide who he is. He has a bumper sticker that says, I used to be schizophrenic, but we're okay now. He won the Triple Crown, and Alex said, what is that? And Justin said, it's a burp, a fart, and you throw up within 5 minutes. He retained me to prevent him from saying incriminating stuff. It hasn't worked. I told him, you have the right to remain silent, so shut up. He didn't want to pay me hourly, so we took it on a contingency basis. I now own a third of his house in Maine.
Very nice.
He had a very famous ancestor, I didn't know this. His great-great-great-granduncle patented and invented the toilet seat in 1835. 10 years later, it's approved upon by an Englishman who put a hole in it. The good. Is there a nicer version of him, Tom?
No.
He's happy, he's got an infectious laugh, he's a gamer, he never puts anyone down, he's a cheerleader for you in the boat. Give him a pin for being a nice guy. Oh, yo. By far the easiest to prepare for. compliments. So yesterday at lunch, I was talking to him. We were kind of bonding, and then we go out to graveyard. He says, "Hey, Little," as he drives by. He flips me off.
I know.
You know what's
He
going
did.
on? Yeah,
And I don't even know why, it just happened.
So his name. So he's got all these different names. He said in high school he was hung low, and the girl said the answer was no. In the senior yearbook, his math teacher called him Rongo. And I thought in the yearbook it was dumb hole. I don't know if the answer was. By the way, I've met many people in my life, and you're not one.
And you're
No, he has a great sense of humor. I personally like both of his jokes. They say humor is contagious, but you're apparently not a carrier. He asked his wife for a home improvement loan. She gave him $5,000 and told him to get out. The good stuff about him. You are, sir, as quick and funny as anyone I have ever met. I have to gird my loins when we go after it. I am glad to have learned more about you at lunch when we did, and I see why Tom and Bob keep you around. You are a kick.
100%. Absolutely.
Ross, another liar. People are trying to find my off button, your off button. I'm trying to find his on button. I was looking for it last night at 2 a.m. and I had just reached his shoulder when he woke up and screamed. Apparently I found it. He's a deep thinker, and he thinks about things, and he said, what would you get if you crossed a Jehovah's Witness with an atheist? And he said, the answer is someone who knocks on your door for no apparent reason. Yeah, he's a good wine connoisseur and can tell just by looking at it whether the wine is red or white. God bless you.
Very
I'm
good.
not good.
Good. Another good guy, edifier, not a criticizer, can hold his own drinking with Edon. It's incredible. Very few people can do that. He makes sure others are taken care of first, and if you don't know, he is a darn good, incredible sailor.
Yes.
All right. Two more. Tom, what could you possibly criticize him for? Well, apparently a lot of stuff. 24 pages from Youngo and Happy Dog. 2 times that from Kim. I won't mention the pictures and the videos I was given. And the thing is, Sarge, where did he get that name? We went back from a little history. When he was in 10th grade, he was 240 pounds and 5'7". So his nickname actually was Barge. He on his own chose to name it, to rename it Sarge. He almost didn't make it on the trip. Everybody got an invitation to Gene to get the dates and all that stuff, and he said, but the invitation to Tom, which he was a little upset, was, if you can make it, fine. If not, even better. He said family is important to him. He takes care of people. He has a cousin that he's concerned about who is a dyslexic, agnostic insomniac who lies in bed at night and wonders if there's a dog. That's good. You gotta think about it. So what would you say about Tom? I call him Mr. Even Keel. Friendly, funny, good listener. Great seeing his relationship with Kim and how you guys love each other, take care of each other. Wonderful. A lot of mutual love and joy there. You can tell a man about his friends, the quality their friends have. And I know you have these quality friends, and that makes you all in the same category. You're wonderful.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yay for you. Final one is Gene, the patriarch.
The patriarch.
Gene has 173 pins. He uses 84 of those to hold up his pants. It's been said that Gene will never live to be as old as he looks. He recently had a surprise, a while back, had a surprise 70th birthday. It was a surprise because he was 80 at the time. His list of trips was for us. We were supposed to get all this stuff, and he listed all the stuff that we're supposed to get, 12 pages long, and he told us to go to West Marine. I did go to West Marine. I mentioned his name. They said, oh, we have a special clothing section. Come over here. Nothing under $600. Turns out he was getting kickbacks from West Marine. So we would go to him for wisdom and advice, and for years we've done that. Here's a sample of some of his wisdom. When you throw dirt, you lose ground. And sometimes you have to set principle aside to do what's right. Say what? And finally, he said, and this is a quote, "A durfactant a day alleviates the forerunners near black holes by ameliorating the walleyes." Gene is now under medical observation. The good about Gene, I've known him for 25 years. Practical, common sense, tells it straight whether you want it or not. Upbeat, jovial, animated, passionate, consummate woodworker, generous with his time and effort and love, worked at the JCC, volunteers for things, taking the three of us here, three of the attorneys here, so we could experience what was wonderful for him. Making sure everything is going right. Here to Patriot.